The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. Now Murray off play action. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
After the interception, here's Stafford. Green brings it in. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 14-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Stafford. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 5-0! Hey, easy! Check 53's mine! We got behind!
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And that's complete. It's Green here. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This will be taken at the 10. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
We got 3. We got 3. Hands here. 50. Push him back. Push him back. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. O'Shane Zimenez coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right at the 35. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up nicely with what looks to be a 1st and goal right around the 10-yard line.
Set. 180. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Monday. 53. Ready.
From the gun, here's Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, check right 50. Mike is 50.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And Diggs has it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down, Baltimore.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
First down, Murray. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
And the Raven 1st down.
Let's go now.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Murray now on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Murray now to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. He may try. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and it's scooped up by the Jets. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Bravo.
Now Stafford. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
52 to Mike. Cross the pass. Here we go.
On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Matthew Stafford. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead grows to 10-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun on third down, Murray dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's fourth down. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got a man, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Rush in. You draw quarters.
On first down, Stafford here. He's got Green. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A.J. Green. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
50's the money. 50.
Now Murray throwing on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now from Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. Murray now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Here's Murray from midfield. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The tackle there by John Johnson. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
From the 30 on second down, Murray buying time to his left. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
You got it. You got it.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Undercrush.
They'll run Anderson, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pollard going to try the right side. He'll have a first down past the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tony Pollard. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. On second down now, Drummond, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Bang, 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 bang. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, twist, twist.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I'm here all day.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. This one caught by Ridley. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's got the connection to Cooper. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Murray now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. David Njoku, as the first half is winding down, and the Ravens get a bit closer. Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, We know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Stafford. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Hey, check, Mike 21. Hey, Alpha. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Yannick Ngakoue has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken at about the 36. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
He's crashing. He's on.
Murray now. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A.J. Green, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Stafford. Green brings it in. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. The 30, the 20, 10, and this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Gano for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Jets 31, Ravens 21.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly. 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Squeeze, double.
To throw is Stafford. He's got Smith here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up. White. Slam.
Here's Stafford. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm on. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. 555.
First down, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And Diggs has it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gano the extra point, and that will get him 1 closer. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
11.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford, open man is Samuel, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check three, check three. Zebra. 53 is the mic. All day, baby, all day.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now, they're not close to the 1st down.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets a made.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here we go. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Mike, check. 59. Hey, talk. Tight down. There you go. Mike, front now. Defense wins championships, baby. 59.
Murray now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Alert! Watch out. Check Mike 50, 42. Okay, just like
Here's Pollard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Stop your whining.
Back to throw. Stafford. Finding Green complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Stafford now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Pollard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the run. 50. 52's a Mike. Watch Mike. Watch the
Stafford now to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't...
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Check 55 to Mike. Get ready.
From the gun, Murray. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. L.J. Collier. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Murray. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Gano now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Ravens 42, Jets 34.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go. Let's go.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
Hey, Red. 52's the mic right here.
Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check it out. It's free. It's free. 50 put up. 55. Hey, I'm gonna.
They'll keep it on the ground. Drummond. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
at the 44-yard line.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a give right side. Drummond. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Drummond. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Here's Matt Weil now. He's been terrific so far. Return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your...
And this will be caught at the 30. Give them 32 on the play.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Clement with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jets, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.